I feel honored to stand in front of you. Thank you for such a large audiences. Firstly, I'd like to refute to the idea shown by the second speaker. The second speaker has said that because the Japanese government did not raise the consumption tax, people do not buy bonds of the Japanese government. My partner has firstly said that in the status quo, those money go into the Japanese bond. Firstly, because like in the EU cases, those euro crisis occur, the investors use money to sustain their property by buying Japanese bonds. Secondly, because Japanese economy did not get huge harm from the financial crisis of the United States of America, Japanese corporation buys the companies in the Euro or United States of America. Now their economy can be sustained. Therefore, they can expect the growth economy in Japan. Those investors do not suddenly invest money into the Japanese bond. Secondly, he said that those like Japanese people, consumers, still want to buy products even though the consumption rate will go up. But this analysis is not true, because for the consumer side, they feel, especially for mentally, that the price will go up, because even though the value of the product does not change, I mean, even though you buy the same bottle of mineral water, the price will go up. Those consumers think that you will waste the money because you do not get any value, even though the price will go up. Secondly, because in the status quo, people do not have to often change the cards or TV in the first place. In the first, if the cards break, you have to buy new cards. The TV go break, you have to change new TV. But in the status quo, those products do not often break down. The reason why the Japanese consumers buy huge new TV in terms of the eco point system is because only when those price discount can gain, they want to change those kind of the commodities. No, thank you, sorry. Therefore, in terms of the incentive of the consumers, if the price go up unreasonably for the consumers, they will lose the incentive to change the product, to buy the new products. Yes.
How much do you consider incentive? Was 5% enough for them to stop buying a television?
No, because what I tell you is that for the consumer, they thought that they lose the money even though they do not gain the benefit of the 5% of the increase. So, moving to my next issue, I would like to mention about the fairness which is raised by the affirmative side. What the affirmative side has said is that because everybody can get the benefit of the raise of the consumption tax, everybody have to pay money, and this is fair. What I have to emphasize is that my partner has already told you this is not fair, because for most of the people, they do not have choice to buy the goods or not. It is coercive choices for us to buy food, and most of the money of the university students are used to buy commodity, to buy foods, and for us this is not unfair. My partner has already mentioned that those burdens are imposed disproportionately on the person who do not have huge income. Therefore, we believe that in terms of the burden, this is much fair for us not to put the burden on but put the burden by increasing the consumption tax, because for the rich person, it might not be the problem for the increase of 5% tax on the TV, but for the person who do not have enough income, it might be a very huge problem of by increasing the 30,000 yen increase on the TV price. Therefore, we believe that this is much necessary for us not to increase the burden, especially on the poor person, because those poor persons are now in more vulnerable situation because of the recession. What the government have to do is that the government have to help those people to sustain the job and get rid of the poverty situation. What the affirmative side try to do is to put them much under. So moving to my Next point, I'd like to mention about how the people by reconstructing my partner's argument those kind of situation makes the people much more vulnerable situation. My partner has already mentioned on his first argument that this proposal can make the economic situation worse because firstly the amount of the consumption would decrease, and of course corporations cannot see the market because can see the shrinking market of the Japanese society in the future. They will decrease the investment, or they will shrink the business in Japan. It makes those companies will lay off the people, and the problem was the eminent point of my partner's first argument is that this proposal makes more weak people. If those people get jobless and they can accumulate money by working in the workplace, in the future if they get older, they have to be rely on the pension system or the social welfare. It's out of time. Welfare. What the affirmative side say is that the problem is that in the future those aged people will not accumulate the money, but this proposal make people enabled to accumulate the money when they are young because they will lose a job, those economic situation get worse. This proposal rather make those people vulnerable if they get older. Therefore, everyone in this house, we believe that in order to allow the role of the government is to allow them to earn on their own way by sustaining the economic situation, by guaranteeing the job place. This is necessary for us to refuse this proposal.